Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be back in New Delhi here for another program, and I thank Dr. Agarwal for inviting me yet again to come and speak about what's happening in the United States on policy issues by way of example from what maybe that you can learn from our mistakes and our issues. I've been coming here since 2011 to these programs, and I've always found that I learn as much as other people learn when I'm engaged in dialogues here. So I find it very beneficial to talk with you. I've been involved in intellectual property for well over 35 years now and focus mainly on policy issues rising from an examiner at the Patent and Trademark Office to end up as the Commissioner for Patents in the United States, and now work on the other side prosecuting patent applications and litigating in the United States. But what I've found is that things seem to go around and around and around and cycle and cycle and cycle. The United States recognizes much of the tension between civil society and patent rights, and I don't think that anyone who is thoughtful really would like to deny people life-saving drugs or the access to important instrumentalities. So what we have been doing is limiting both patent subject matter and patent issues, when once we were probably the broadest subject matter eligibility country in the world, and we export many things, including our ideas with respect to patent trolls. I think we're seeing the pendulum start to swing back the other way, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. We recognize, as I said, the tension between civil society and patents, but we also recognizing now that maybe it should be society as a whole that should be providing access, and this access should not be on the backs of the people doing the inventing alone. So we are now looking at things that are happening to change what has been going on. All of the major patent organizations in the United States have task forces dealing with subject matter eligibility issues to actually change the statutes. I don't think it's going to get that far, but there has been great concern that the inventiveness in the United States has been decreasing over the past couple of years with the Supreme Court limiting subject matter eligibility. And now we're seeing issues start to arise, maybe going back up to the courts to broaden it. For example, there are two cases working their ways up. One of them is Planet Blue, that matches the movement of a cartoon character's lips to dialogue through software, which was not deemed patent eligible under the Supreme Court's guidance in Alice. And we're seeing areas like Sequinom, which provided for a new and innovative method for testing for fetal abnormalities without doing amniocentesis. It's simply drawing a woman's blood. And that was again denied subject matter eligibility and not given a patent. I think those are going to be going up to the Supreme Court for revisiting. We also have issues related to trolls that are very significant in the United States. But I saw legislation that probably 6 months ago people thought would certainly pass get stopped because, again, we recognize the importance of a secondary market in the United States, that people may want to sell their invention and go back to doing inventing itself and should be able to get compensation for that. And maybe we should look for a scalpel to take care of the problems and issues that are raised by trolls and not do something with a weed whacker and wholeheartedly go after anyone who is a plaintiff. So we are seeing changes beginning to develop in the United States. Our basis for patent law is found in the Constitution, which is, I find, very unusual. But it is for promoting the useful arts for a limited time. And I think that if we get back to the area where we are providing for strong patent protection, recognizing the issues with respect to civil society, I think we'll be better off in developing the next sequence of cancer cures, the next Facebook, Twitter, Google, Microsoft. And I hope that we are all able to then raise the general level of human experience by providing these types of inventions for the next generation of people. Thank you very much.